9 of the National Football League. And we've got the Wizards' versatile running back. He had 6 touchdowns a week ago to match Alvin Kamara's 2020 benchmark. It's the Wizards and the Bears on Sunday Night Primetime.
One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Orlando Wizards and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. And check down, complete to Hall. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. It's caught on the right side at Smith. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now it's 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The numbers on the ground for McKinnon last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
First down, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Wizards put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. His throw incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a key sack on third down, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
On third down, Jackson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And he fields it cleanly. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. This defense for the Bears, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Skirts by him at the 35. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. McKinnon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now McKinnon. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll keep it on the ground. McKinnon, and they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They're going to run. It's McKinnon. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bears will get the football back. Now Jackson on first down. Caught out right by Renfro. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 2nd down and 3. Jackson now. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. A solid stiff arm. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Jerick McKinnon making his way back onto the field. Man, those numbers from last week. What do you call a game like that? Monumental? A career game?
Yeah, every one of those adjectives you can pull up. Monumental, mammoth, massive. But you also know that he wants another one just like it in this game. He doesn't plan on slowing down.
Man, if he duplicates that, that would be history. 57 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Wizards are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Justin Tucker set to kick off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Chicago offense set to get started. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Here's the option going left on second down. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have the Bears first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson goes right back to Smith again. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They'll run with Hall. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Jerick McKinnon making his way back onto the field. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark. And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it. Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Second down, McKinnon. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry. No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field. They'll try and throw for it here. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer? Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Yeah. Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You want some explanations. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be. Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. And this a 39-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this game, Charles, much talked about coming in. And you think there's a real chance this is a Super Bowl preview?
I do, because as things stand, and I'll give you a little bit of a caveat here, that maybe things will shake out a little bit if someone loses along the way. But here we are right now. These are your 2 current #1 seeds. And I think they're both good enough to make it to the big game.
Here again is McKinnon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. They're going to try and throw. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Hand off to Thompson. Pushes him over and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And this time he's in for the touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's 21-3. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson can't get away, and he's taken down. K'Lavon Chaisson, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack. Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Presley Harvin now. Returnable here from the 38. Shreds him with a stiff arm. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Set, ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for Shepard deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. Travis Kelce as the first half is winding down. And the Wizards will extend their lead here just before halftime. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Tucker now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play there. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the Giants who were able to come away with the road victory. Joe Burrow leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Davis Mills
excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the LA Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bears, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for him. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll go with the option. Coming right. Oh, look at the juke. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 26. 36 yards on the play. Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And to anyone who gets concerned when they see a quarterback running with the football, you just let him be himself. Let him be him. And I guess what you'd say there is, hard to hit what you can't catch.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Darius Williams in there to make the tackle. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Jarek McKinnon, the ball carrier, taken down at the 19-yard line. He's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They run it with McKinnon. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Going for it with McKinnon. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes you from the 10 down to the 6.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chirp a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They run once more with McKinnon. They stop short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try with McKinnon, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Jerick McKinnon with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Wizards take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 38.
Middle.
Throwing is Jackson. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sideline and in the huddle looking at each other.
Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here we go.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
McKinnon, the ball carrier. He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And 7.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Handoff. It's McKinnon. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 43-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Set, ready.
They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
How about that run? Picks up a 1st down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Out to the right, here's McKinnon. 125 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Fight. 97.
Now a give. This is McKinnon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, He's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Ready, ready. Ready?
On first down now, run with McKinnon. Oh, he bowls over it. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
The ball carrier. He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
Set, hut.
3 yards remain for second down.
Hut, hut.
Here's McKinnon. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Come on, set.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Set.
McKinnon. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Ready.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
Set, hut.
Now McKinnon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
Set, set. Set.
They're going to run. It's McKinnon. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Bears will get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He'll take it at the 42. Oh, twisting away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. Orlando takes back over on offense. Well, we've reached Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
He'll take this to the 46.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Let's go.
2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. McKinnon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And we got an injury here. And I believe, yes, that's the wideout, Adam Thielen. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Here we go.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Hey, middle. Hey.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Here we go.
And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Okay, Brent.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Ready.
On 2nd down, McKinnon. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Runs over it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
first down. McKinnon, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
In the backfield, standing alone on 2nd and goal is McKinnon. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for our visitors, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.